Okay, this is a story time of my day. This day wasn't too crazy. I mean, I don't know. So, do my usual thing. I just kind of wake up. I have breakfast, brush my teeth, and then I go to the bus. But I was going to a different bus stop than I usually do. So, yeah, hang out with my friends. It was great. Great bus stop as usual. High school friends, they're so chill. I recommend meeting high schoolers if you're in my middle school. Yeah, just kind of spaced out there for a sec. But yeah, it was pretty fun bus ride. We stopped at the park because I never, literally never stop at the school. And when I do, it's got to be like a good 10 degrees out. This morning it was like 20, and I was wearing this all day. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. But I get there. We go to a river nearby. It's literally like 100 feet away. And then there's this dam. Oh, it sounds like we're about to smoke something, but we're not. Like, obviously, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, we go to this dam. It's basically just a concrete slab that's like this, but it's like way bigger. It's like, I don't know, 20 feet tall. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of just hung out there. We like it was frozen. The ice was frozen, or the ice was frozen over. The water was frozen over, so and it was frozen all the way down, which is that's not really rare. It happens like literally every morning, but it was so nice. So we just kind of like slid around the bank, and one of us went in the middle, and then we all kind of followed because nothing was happening. And then it's not a like huge pond. It's like, I don't know, like maybe 20 feet wide, 20 feet long. I don't know, but it was safe. I mean, yeah. Then this is how we get to school. We go across the ice. We go through this little patch of forest into the meadow, and then there's the school. But my friend, we'll call him Josh, and then we'll call the other guy Joshua. So Josh, he's like, bro, we found these puddles. I'm about to jump into this puddle, and it was completely frozen over. And then he was like, oh, I regret this. It was just immediately, because it was just like, psh. And the puddle for some reason was like this deep, and he was wearing a tennis shoe. And if you don't know what tennis shoes do, they like soak up water. And then like he was like, okay, well my shoes are already wet, so we may as well do this more. And I was like, okay. And then I like jump on it with him, and then it just comes crashing down, and he like slips, and I feel so bad. He like got a little cut, and I'm like, bro, are you okay? He's like, yeah, no, this cut doesn't really hurt. And I'm like, okay, let's go get a Band-Aid for it and clean it out. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so bad. And he was like, it's okay, bro. And then Joshua, he was like just laughing so hard, and I can understand it. It's like he's like, it's just, oh my god, it's great. But we both felt like really bad, even though Joshua didn't do anything. Obviously their names aren't Joshua and Josh. Just kind of made those up on the spot. Well, I spaced out. Why do I keep spacing out? Jesus. So we go to our first class, and Josh is in my first class. We hang out. We realize we're not going outside. This is outdoor exploration, but it was 20 degrees out, and like nobody wanted to go outside. So we just stayed in, played video games with a bunch of our friends, Josh and I. We played this web game called Stickman Duelist Supreme 2, and we just kind of hung out. It's pretty fun. Yeah, we hung out with a bunch of our friends. And then we went to English, which was all right. It's almost the end of the semester. So yeah, we don't have like anything to do anymore. Tomorrow, last day, and it's Friday, which means we have advisory, and advisory is just like the dumbest thing ever. But anyways, all right. So I get to English, watching a movie, but I forgot my permission slip, and it's PG-13. I watch PG-13 movies all the time. And they're like, okay. And the teacher's like, okay, you forgot your permission slip. Go to the office, call your mom up, tell her the title and what it's about, and that it's PG-13, and send her an email. So I went to the office, called her up. Took me a while because my mom's in a different zone and you have to press like 9-1. And then I was like, okay, I put my mom's phone number in, called her up, and I was like, Mom, is it okay if I watch this movie? It's PG-13. But I forgot to like write the teacher an email. I was like, oh my God. Okay, so then I go and she was like, did you write her an email? And I was like, oh, I forgot about that. She's like, that's literally the last thing I told you. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back. And then she was like, okay. And then I don't know her email, so I ask, we're gonna call the teacher Miss Barbara. Sure. Not the teacher, the office person. And she's like, okay. Her email is this. And then I was like, okay, thank you, Miss Barbara. So I call my mom up, and I'm like, okay, sorry, Miss Garnes told me, to tell you all the details again and for you to write her an email. And I was like, okay, this is good. I'm like, okay, this is fair. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Call my mom up. She's gonna send the teacher an email. I felt like an idiot because I had to go twice to the office to call my mom. Because I don't have a phone yet, because my mom won't let me get a phone, which is just amazing. No, but, yeah, just watch the movie. It was alright. I mean, well, it was pretty good. It was, Richard Loving and his wife. And, sorry, my mom's calling me. I gotta finish this story up. So, I go and I'm like, alright, that movie was alright. We, watched it. It was great. Richard Loving. We didn't finish it, obviously. We're gonna finish that tomorrow. We go. My friends and I were like, yeah, that's pretty good. So, lunch hit. And we're just, so, I usually, like, space out my time with my friends. Like, in the morning, I spend, like, 45 minutes just at the park with, like, a bunch of my high school friends. Or 2, like, today. And we just kind of go to the dam. Or I go to the gas station and buy something. Or we just go straight to school and just hang out there. But usually I end up going to the park. But if I have money, I'll obviously will go to the gas station. And then, anyways, me and my middle school friends, which I always eat lunch with my middle school friends, and they're like, okay, bro, they always, like, play video games during lunch, and it's great. We're just sitting there playing video games. It's awesome. And, yeah, and then we go to piano. We had an amazing concert. Dude, this was great. Like, our teacher did a concert in the, band room, and there's a piano there, and then afterwards, it was great. It was like an hour long, and then for a little bit, people were just playing random things, like, guitar and drums. It was so cool. And then we go to art, we watch a movie. It was fine, I guess. I have, like, all my things done in art, so I could just sit back, watch the movie. Then I go to the park, go to the dam again, hang out with some friends there. 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. It was great. I hung out with a bunch of my high school friends, and some middle school friends. It was the best meetup we've probably ever done at the dam, because we just were, like, doing. This man went, like, one of my friends. We'll call him Jameson. Okay, okay. So he just runs on the ice, and we're like, oh wait, it's so slippery. It's like it like melted a little bit, but it was already slippery in the morning. And he, like, runs. He just bolts, and then he's really good at this, and he slides, and then he goes on his knees, and he lands, and he's like, on his, I'm gonna remind you, he goes on his knees, and then he lays down. He's like, what's up? I'm like, gee, how? And he slid for a good, like, 20 feet, like, almost the entire pond length. I was like, that's sick. And then I tried to do it. I did the same thing, except 5 feet. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. And then, I just kind of went home. Mom picked me up. My sister thought I, lost my backpack, but I didn't. It was literally right there. And then I, went home. I was just gonna go for a little stroll, and then my sister just ran. Actually, no, I did one more thing before that. My sister and I, we went skimboarding on snow. If you want that vlog, that was so fun. Yeah, I might make that a vlog. It was really fun. And then, after that, I went on a little ride. I was just riding my scooter around, you know, like I usually do. And for no reason, my sister just got scared and just bolted out of my house. Like, she was scared that I was gonna get, like, just in trouble or something. I don't know why. But she thought I was, like, gonna get in trouble and she was just scared that I was gone, I guess. So she bolts out. And, like, my mom, like, finds me and she's like, "Where's Sadie?" Which is my sister. And I'm like, "I don't know. I'll go look for her." So I go back to the neighborhood, and I'm like, "Sadie, what are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I was scared." I was like, "Why?" Cause you were gone, and Mom left. Mom left to find you and me. And I was like, "Oh my God." I was like gone for like 10 minutes. It wasn't even like, my mom was like, "What is she talking about?" I didn't. Yeah, and then my sister was like, "Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I thought you would just be like by the neighborhood," and I was. She just didn't look in the right place. She like went outside the neighborhood. My mom didn't see her. She drove all the way up to the nearest gas station, and my sister like was nowhere to be seen, right? And then I find her, and she's crying at the house, like at this house. I'm like, okay. And then she explains it, and I'm like, "Okay, we're gonna go look for Mom." And she's driving back, right? And then I like wave my arms like this, and I'm like, and then I was like pretty mad at my sister. I was like, "Sadie, I was gone for 5 minutes, and you just started bawling your eyes out." It was like 4 o'clock. It wasn't even getting dark. Yeah, and I was like, "Okay, it's fine. I don't really care." And my sister, she's allowed to go like slightly outside of the neighborhood, but she's not allowed to just bolt out. Like, I'm not even allowed to do that. I don't know why she did that, and I never will. But, yeah, that was pretty interesting. And then I kind of just hung out, watched some YouTube. It was pretty great. But that's my story of today.